starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back to watch another weekly. If you would like a personal reading or a live coaching session, or you want to work with me with healing, or you would like to purchase a personal tarot reading package, please hop on over to capellawellness.com. There are also links in the description box below to take you straight there. I want to wish you guys a wonderful, transformative, beautiful week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope all is magical in your sector of the universe. And the last time I said magical, the Magician card came out. I think it was Scorpio's reading. Can't remember. But anyway, I remember the Magician coming out. But anyway, Libra, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what's going on with you right now, what obstacles you're facing, and what lessons you're learning from all of this. We're then going to get guidance from Spirit to see how to best navigate these energies. And we'll lastly see what is going on with love and relationships for you. All right. Libra. What is going on with Libra? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. We have the Hierophant. All right, guys. So I'm getting here, and remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. Keep your unhealthy ego in check and make sure you are honest with yourself. So for some of you, you are starting to really understand what the meaning of life is. Some of you may actually improving your or building your direct line of communication with God, with your angels, your spirit team, all of the above. Some of you are being encouraged to follow your divine guidance. Others of you are doing so. And some of you who are doing so are starting to realize that there's more to life than this 3D world that you're living. You're starting to realize that you have a higher purpose. And this is about following your spiritual path of truth. And some of you are starting to figure out what that is. Some of you are inching closer to better understanding what that is. But there's something here about learning how to better communicate with God, something along those lines to help you better understand that. Again, with this labyrinth that I'm seeing, God is the one who essentially helps us get through this crazy so-called life, 3D life that we live in. But when we're living more of a life of the 5D world or the spiritual world, we see things differently. We have a different perspective on, you know, a lot of things about life and who we interact with and what we're supposed to be doing here in this earthly plane. I'm seeing Hangman with this, with that, with what I just said. But God's really, Spirit and God, all the same. They're helping you to better understand this, letting your old belief systems fall away. It's kind of like the Tower card, and start to create your own belief systems, letting go of these the social conditioning and the programming that has been done in your brain. I'm hearing this is like what I say, format C:, that's kind of like blowing away everything on the hard drive and having it completely clean so that you're installing completely new things onto it, right? To include an operating system, right? Apparently for some of you, the operating system that you have installed right now is not actually for your highest good. Some of you need to start coming to terms with that. Others of you are better understanding that that's the case. So I'm also seeing with this card here, because I love this Light Seers deck, because with this Hierophant, this guy is very happy. He's sitting here half lotus position. He's having a conversation with God, and they're laughing about this things. He's seeing the humor in the situation. He's seeing the funny side of life. It's like, oh, you know what, God, that was funny what you did today. I go through this every day. God did it to me again after I dropped off my son from school. If you were curious, a Solera drove by, and if you don't normally see Soleras, and it was an old one, okay? It was a coupe. It drove by me, and I was smiling, and I kind of laughed because that was the car that my Divine Masculine was driving when we met. And he ended up changing cars after that, after we met. So I just thought it was hilarious because I was thinking about him, and then the Solero drives by when I'm at a red light, and I smile and I start laughing, and I look up at the sky and I say to my guides and God, I said, "You guys are hilarious." And right when that happened, I was listening to a song by Ray LaMontagne called "I Was Born to Love You," and the lyric that came out while I was smiling says, "I want to make you smile." So you can't make that stuff up. So I say that because I'm having a conversation with God and I'm laughing about the synchronicity that happens, right? And it's kind of like seeing humor in things. And when I don't get triggered by stuff when things remind me of my masculine anymore. I don't get triggered by things from my past, and it will creep up, but I'm like, nope, I see the humor in this. I'm going to laugh about it. And when God shows me things I think are comical, it really helps, right? That's actually how I build my bond, how I ended up building my connection, building a stronger connection with God when I was going through this. So with this Hierophant, it's about change, right? And life is very challenging because the Hierophant in the reverse can talk about challenging. That's the shadow side of this guy. That even though we go through challenges in life, they're here to get us to learn lessons. It's how we learn, grow, and evolve from all the challenges that we deal with in life. Even the most difficult people are here to teach us some very challenging lessons, all right? But that makes us really grow, and it toughens us up, builds up strength and resilience to the point you become the emperor, and nobody can dethrone you. Nobody can knock you down. You can have your house blown around you and you would still be like this. That's pretty much what God is suggesting that you guys do. This is like the guidance that I'm getting from this, all right? And, when you're following your divine guidance, whatever it is that God, your angels, your ancestors are telling you, it's help you to better understand things, again, about life. And to say, you know what, you can have a happy, blissful life. It's just a matter of being trustworthy, not being trustworthy, trusting in what God is telling you and trusting in his path. It's about following God's plan. You see the stairway to heaven here? You have no idea. You have no clue as to where it's taking you. And as you're going through these steps, there's no railing, there's no end in sight. You're just laughing as you go along. And you're saying, you know what, God? I know this is a crazy labyrinth. I don't know where the exit is. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this, but I know you're going to get me out of this. Because whatever situation you are in, Libra, you are going to come out of this. All right? But it starts with having that connection with God. And that's what I learned in my journey. And that really helped me get through a lot of different changes and challenges, especially when I was really leaving the 3D world to do what I'm doing now, to teach others about what I've experienced, teach others a different way of connecting with God, perhaps. It depends. But this also talked about, for some of you, it seems like some of your life purpose, if you're not this already, is being a spiritual teacher. Or this is suggesting that you seek guidance and a mentorship from a spiritual teacher or a spiritual advisor. All right? Because there's something here that some of you may be stuck with your ascension process. Some of you may be stuck with regards to what your purpose is, how to overcome certain things. You may be like watching somebody and saying, oh my gosh, this person seems to have it all together and all this other stuff. Like, I want to get counsel from them. I want to get, learn from them, type of thing. So if that's resonating with you, Libra, this is Spirit suggesting that you seek that guidance. Well, it's also with you and your higher self and your spirit team, but also with somebody in the physical who can help you with this. Okay? Don't mind me, my foot's tapping onto the table here. So I'm getting that very strongly with here. Maybe somebody's dealing with the Taurus. Maybe there's something about how you're trying to detach yourself from a Taurus or someone, and you're having a hard time doing that. And you're trying to understand the meaning of why you can't let go of somebody, something along those lines. And I say that because the Queen of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, right? Trying to detach yourself, trying to learn the lesson from here. From why am I dealing with this person? God help me, I don't get what's going on. This is your energy, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So when I say see the humor in situations, this is exactly what the Queen of Swords does. She knows that all the challenges in life, all her life's experiences with the symbolism of the swords, she knows they're there to teach her a lesson. And she gains a lot of wisdom by doing that. She also understands that even though she goes through the hard knocks of life, she's going to come out of it. She knows that it's supposed to build her strength, resilience, especially mentally, mental strength, because she's mentally strong here in the upright. Some of you need to get better at not coming from a place of logic so much, not trying to find the answers to everything outside of yourself, but finding the answer within, going into contemplation mode. You have that Ace of Cups right here. You can tap into your intuition, that divine love of God at any time. It's not really locked away. You probably have the key, and you just got to go touch this every now and again to really get in tune with your intuition and trust what your intuition is saying. So some of you are really are being asked to learn from your life's experiences to gain that wisdom. And that is, we're all here to learn lessons, like I talked about. This is also a teacher. Okay, so I'm getting some sense here that some of you are being called to be a spiritual teacher. You don't know where to go with that. You're trying to seek guidance with that. Spirit is encouraging, if that's resonating with you, to seek mentorship or apprenticeship even from somebody who is already doing this. But I'm hearing somebody wants to move from being a teacher, like a school teacher, to a spiritual teacher. Instead of teaching kids about math, English, biology, psychology, whatever this is for you, you want to actually teach, but teach more about what you've learned, what you've experienced about the spirituality of things, how you went from being a teacher to a spiritual teacher, how you went from logic to really trusting and having that connection with God, and understanding what God sees, or not necessarily what God sees, but understanding better what God is showing you about life. Okay, that's for somebody here. But again, with her going through the hard knocks of life, she doesn't make excuses about that. She doesn't put blame. Oh, if I didn't have these parents, my life wouldn't be this way. If I didn't get married to that guy, I wouldn't have been divorced, because this is a divorced person. Okay, there's a reason for everything. Maybe seeing the humor in the situation about being married and that marriage not working out, and then you end up being divorced. There's a lesson in that too, guys, because I went through that very same thing. My divorce led me to meeting my divine counterpart, which actually led me to being a spiritual teacher. So that could be very relevant for somebody. Okay, so I saw the humor in that. I saw, you know what? It was a tough thing, but I had to do it. But look where it led me to. It led me to a much better life. It led me to get more connected with God, and for me to really understand, that I am a powerful person, that I am here to speak my truth and not get triggered by things, not make excuses for things. When I have ideas that come to me that come from God, I make a plan and I take action. And I don't doubt in those things, and I just go ahead with it if that's what God's telling me to do. Something with that. But again, without making excuses, right? All of those life's challenges and hardships, they're here to get us to learn. And she doesn't let that affect her. She says, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? She's not the Queen of Swords for nothing. She's a very brilliant, knowledgeable individual. She also uses discernment, and she knows when to speak her truth when needed, but she doesn't get into this mode with regards to chopping people's heads off and being very cold-hearted. It's the Ice Queen. I'm not letting anybody get to my heart. I'm not going to have any emotion whatsoever. I'm going to mentally abuse and verbally abuse and say horrible things to people because I'm mad, because I'm angry, because I don't like what happened to me, that type of thing. No, that's what Spirit doesn't want you to do. So with the light side of her, the divinity of the Queen of Swords, she knows that life is tough, but when the tough gets going, she moves on. And if there are things that are not serving her with those situations, she cuts them out. Simple as that. She doesn't allow those things to keep her from progressing forward. She doesn't allow those things or people to, she doesn't use them as, she doesn't point fingers at them. She says, okay, I know what to deal with this. This is not serving me well. I'll just cut it out. I'm not going to engage in this low vibrational behavior. I'm going to learn from this situation. I'm going to keep moving forward. That's what she does. So there is something here about like marriage and divorce for somebody. Somebody may be seeking the spiritual advice about getting divorced, perhaps. So we have 8 of Cups over here. Somebody knows that life is better, and they know they need to leave an unhealthy situation, and they're trying to seek the counsel of a spiritual teacher, spiritual advisor, something about, possibly about divorce, or maybe about independence. Learning how to be interdependent and not codependent on people, because the shadow side of the 8 of Cups is being codependent and being enabling unhealthy attachments and staying in a relationship or in a job for the wrong reasons. Somebody was probably asking to be on their own. Learning how to be on their own and being strong too with that. So somebody needed to hear that. But yeah, it's like somebody wants to walk away from a marriage, walk away from a toxic relationship or something, and there's something about, you know, seeking guidance from somebody, or just, you know, trying to get closer to God and to help them deal with this transition. Okay. Yeah, there's something with marriage because the 10 of Pentacles at the top of the deck, something with family. Maybe afraid of breaking a family, disrupting the family, something like that. There may be family issues. There could be ancestral patterns with your family with regards to staying in marriages that you know are not harmonious, that are not healthy for you, but you stay in them anyway because of your religion. Religion, programming, societal conditioning, okay? Somebody's resonating with that. But what is God telling you to do? God's the one who tells you the truth. This is the law of God, not the law of man. The law of man kind of tells us, especially with religion, oh, you shouldn't get divorced, and you shouldn't do that. And again, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, how to live their life. I just give the guidance. I channel what my guides want to say, and this is what they are saying. You have the ultimate last say at the end of the day as to what you do with your life, especially if you're in the situation, if you're in the marriage that you don't want to be in. Okay? But you're here for a reason, and you're getting the guidance. You do deal with that guidance and how you see fit. Okay? It's like the saying, advice is free, but using it costs much more, something like that. But making use of the advice costs much more. There it is. You can get the guidance and the counsel from this, but if you're not actually following that, then, you know, that's on you. So that's what I'm getting with that. So let's see what obstacle we are dealing with. Are you kidding me? They always want me to take them all. Yep, I am that reader, because my guides are like, we know that Jess has patience. Bottom of the deck, though, guys, your obstacle is trying to make a decision. The 2 of Pentacles, you go back and forth. There's also about not prioritizing what is right for you. What does Libra want? What is going to make Libra happy, healthy, vibrant, peaceful, calm? All of these things, okay? Some of you are putting yourselves on the back burner, and it's time for you to put yourselves on the front burner, okay? That's for somebody. That's not for everybody. So you're having a hard time making a decision. You're probably juggling too many things in your life, and you're dropping the ball. It's like, shit, I forgot to put this in the mail. Shit, I forgot that the stove was on. Shit, I forgot that to take the clothes out of the washer, and they're wet, and they've been there for a week, and now I have to rewash the clothes. I don't know, somebody may be dealing with that, but that's what I'm getting. But you get what I'm saying, Libra. So you got to really start prioritizing your life's activities better. And part of that involves you, Libra, that you come first and foremost. if you have a job and you're taking on other responsibilities, you're saying, oh, I'll take your shift, or I'll take this project and I'll take that. You're dealing with clients and you're overbooking yourself, right? You could very well be a spiritual teacher and you're overdoing it with the amount of clients that you have, because there's something about money, there's something about I need to help everybody, you know, that type of thing. People vying for your attention. Oh my gosh, I need this Libra to help me with this. And then all of a sudden it's like you're dropping the ball on things. You miss an appointment with a client, or you miss something. You miss a doctor's appointment. You miss picking up your kid from school, whatever this is, okay? You guys got to come into balance. Some of you have to really balance out your schedule, balance out the scales, even balance out your personal life and your work life with this. All right, this is the big thing right here. So with all of this, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, it's funny because Gemini got this, the Devil, the Knight of Wands, the Star, the King of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Empress, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. This is interesting because Gemini got Six of Swords, the Devil at the bottom of the deck with the Six of Swords. We talked about the Star card in their reading. Five of Pentacles came out as their lesson, and Queen of Cups is what they were dealing with right now. So this is really interesting. Okay, hold up, because my guides are like, I have to sit half lotus position like this guy right here, because for whatever reason, I do some crazy channeling when I sit in this position. Don't ask. You need to be honest with yourself about your situation, okay? You need to get clarity of thought. There's communication, miscommunication, I'm sorry, between you and another person, or you just don't really tell people the truth. You don't really express the truth, and you kind of hide behind it, all right? And remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. Do not force anything if it's not your story, but you gotta be honest with yourself, and this is coming out here. There's like a lack of integrity here with this Ace of Swords. You got to get into a more balanced state and stop trying to do everything or juggle all these things, because it's blocking your crown and your third eye chakras. You're getting, maybe you're getting headaches, I'm hearing. It's causing you to have an unclear mind. You don't have clarity of thought. All right, this is about being indecisive. It's like God gave you the gift of a brilliant mind, Libra, which is the Queen of Swords, very intelligent. But some of you doubt that. This could very well be if somebody wants to be a spiritual teacher, right? You're going from being an actual teacher to a elementary school teacher, let's say, to being a spiritual teacher. You go back and forth on it, like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to do it. No, I back out. Am I smart enough? Am I intelligent enough? Why are you doubting yourself? If that's what God's calling you to do, then go ahead and do it. That's for somebody specific, all right? But there is miscommunication. This could also very well be that some of you aren't communicating enough with your guides, your angels, and your ancestors. You're not talking to God enough. You could very well be seeking so much information outside of yourself that it's confusing you. You're not sure what to think, okay? Some of you are getting misinformation, maybe about divorce, religion, right? That's kind of what happened to me when I was growing up, and I was programmed to think one way, and then when I realized that, you know, with my situation, God was like, we don't want you to be in this anymore. There's something higher for you here. And it's exactly what happened. So maybe that's resonating with somebody here, okay? But, you know, you have to redirect your thoughts to having more positive thoughts instead of negative thoughts. Because with this cloud of judgment and you seeking information outside of yourself instead of really trusting in the divine guidance you're being given, what God is telling you, it's causing you to be indecisive and you don't know which way to go. Like, do I go here? Do I go there? Do I pick this up? Do I drop this? Like, I don't know what to do because your head is just too clouded, okay? You're having a very hard time making decisions right now. So you got to really change up your mental state here and have a more positive mind state. But this is about also meditation, centering yourself, spending time out in nature, because the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Taurus is earth energy. So there's something about you being out in nature to clear your mind. could very well be part of your self-care routine that you need to incorporate in your life, because you're not balancing things with your life's activities, and that's causing you to not be able to make decisions, or you're losing sense of self, you're losing the ability to really think straight. It's because you gotta get grounded, and you gotta be out in nature and meditate and like talk to God. Okay, I need to have a clear head. I need to just be at peace here. There's also, if you're not receiving communication from someone, there's always a reason for everything. Okay? Or if you're feeling a certain way and you're like, you're not speaking your truth, this is the time for you to speak your truth. You can't be wishy-washy on that. You know that you need to say something, and some of you are not saying something. Six of Swords. Some of you are trying to make progress with something, but that's not happening. You want to resolve conflicts with somebody, that's not happening. Apparently, with the Six of Swords, you're staying in tumultuous waters. You're not getting in the boat and moving towards peace, your happiness, like I was talking about. And if you're dealing with a divorce here, or you're in a marriage that is just not healthy, God, your angels, your guides, your spirit team, they're going to lead you to a better life here. Things will get better, but you're going to have to do something about it. You have to get in the boat first, and then God will direct you to where you need to be afterwards. He will lead you to your paradise. He will lead you to calmer waters. He will lead you to a place where there's not going to be any more bickering, fighting, and one-upping, and betrayal, and whatever this is. Could very well be dealing with, miscommunication, or some people are telling you, no, don't leave that person, but your God's telling you to do something else, and you're staying in this predicament where it's not healthy, when you got to get in the boat, and you said you know that there's something better. You know that there's something better. I'm getting a strong indication that God's been telling you this. Or if you're stuck, you can't really think straight, and you're trying to make a decision, this is also, again, seeking the guidance of a priest, a rabbi, some spiritual advisor, a spiritual teacher. Okay. But this Six of Swords, some of you are kind of like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, do I get in that boat? I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. If I make this decision, is it going to put me in a better place? Am I going to have more tranquility and peace in my life? Are things really going to get better when I leave? The answer is yes. Because what happens is, if you stay in this unhealthy environment, or you're continuing to allow people to take advantage of you, strip you of your power and your integrity, you may feel defenseless. Somebody may be very hurtful and abrasive with words. Five of Swords could very well be mental abuse and verbal abuse. If you're dealing with that and you're hesitating, okay, there's trouble ahead if you don't do something about it. That's the shadow side of this card. Because not only are you in your storm now, it's kind of like if you keep your boat in the same place and you don't try to get out of there, the boat could capsize, or something worse can happen. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but that's what I'm getting. Things could very well go bad to worse with this. Slow healing. This is lack of progress. You really need to move forward, but you have to get in that boat. The Devil now. You need to face your fears. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of stress. You could very well be in a toxic job, toxic situation, and you're afraid to move. Maybe this is also literally about moving someplace else, getting away from this connection, from this job. And you're indecisive. You're trying to figure out what to do, because it's like some of you are not trusting your gut. This devil is really getting the best of you. Like, we have God and the devil here now in your reading. So it's like, are you going to follow God's guidance, or are you going to go get stuck in this guy's world, or stay still stuck in there? It's like the devil's enticing you. No, Libra, you don't need to do this. Just stay, hang out with me, and everything will be fine, because this is where your comfort zone is. This is where you feel a lot less exposed, a lot less naked. You feel like there's something about you are actually not being your authentic self with this devil, and this Ace of Swords is telling you to be your authentic self and to speak your truth with whatever the situation is you're dealing with. So it's time for you to really break free of these chains, right? Like the Journey song, Separate Ways. Break those chains that bind you. But that's going to be your doing. Nobody can do this for you, okay? You have to be the change you wish to see. It's really going to be up to you. So don't let the devil get the best of you. Don't let that ego keep you from making progress. You have to let go of detachments. Whatever you're attaching yourself to has to be let go. You know that it is not for your highest good. You also have to release those limiting beliefs about yourself, because that's what the devil wants you to do. Stay in your comfort zone. This is the programming. This is the 3D world. This is trying to get you out of that, okay? You're also hiding your true self, some of you. It's like you're afraid to face your shadow self. Some of you could very well be living a life where you're trying to be someone that you're not, because there's something about you that you think is like the devil, that you think is bad, and you're afraid to express that. You're holding back. You have to be your authentic self here, Libra. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who is a Casanova, who's very highly sexually charged, okay? Someone who's a charmer, all right? Somebody who comes across as very suave and genteel and very good-looking guy. Very fit, maybe very muscular, or a very good-looking woman, because there could be a woman here who has a strong masculine energy with this King of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be, or a Capricorn, but don't get caught up in the signs, okay? But there's something here with somebody keeps coming in and out of your life. It's like they come in for something and they leave. And I have to say this because somebody is dealing with this. You're dealing with somebody who is very highly sexually charged. There's a lot of sexual energy with this person. There might be a lot of passion between you and this person, but this person utilizes their charm, their charisma to get their way. It could very well be they use that to get sex out of somebody. Let's just put it that way, okay? Remember, that's not going to be for everyone. That's for somebody here. And with the Star card in the middle of that, it's like you're thinking that this is destined. You're thinking this person is part of your purpose, part of your life. There's something here about you think that this person is for you. That they're your shining star, perhaps. Or you've wished for this person and this person came along, but there's something about it doesn't sit. There's something about this person that doesn't seem right, is what I'm getting. That's for somebody. And you're thinking that, you know, oh yeah, well, this person, we have a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, very good looking person. Maybe they're very wealthy, because the King of Wands could be an entrepreneur, very successful, okay? And maybe you like going on adventures, or this is a very adventurous person. But for whoever needs to hear this, you're thinking that this person is actually your destiny when they aren't. That's what I just heard. Okay. For others of you, this is really letting go of your fears and really having that confidence and courage in yourself. to follow your life's purpose, especially if you're the one who's resonating with the message about you're being called to be a spiritual teacher, but there's a little bit of hesitation with that because of the false belief systems, right? Limiting beliefs about yourself. I'm not smart enough. I'm not ready to do this. I don't have this. I don't have that. But if God's telling you to do it, it's time to do it. Otherwise, God's going to continue to try to push you into your life's purpose. All right? But you have to take risks. You can't get caught up in the logic of things. It needs to be done this way. Or again, looking up information. Oh, well, I need to leave this job at this time so I can have this money and I can do that when I'm happier, when I have more money. No. When you understand that God is your source of supply, and when you're going after your life's purpose and you're afraid to take that risk because of some logical thing or saying, well, this has to be done this way because that's what everybody else does it, then no, you're conforming to society. And you're not trusting that God is your only source of supply. So there's something here with that. You need to look at the bigger picture. And you need to stop trying to control situations. This is a lot of impulsiveness. Could even be jealousy for some. Okay. Doing things too fast. Not thinking straight. Not standing in your power. There's like a big lack of self-confidence here with regards to your life's purpose. You're really afraid if you can actually do this. Some of you, not all of you, because we do have the devil here. There's a lot of fear. All right. What else do we have? We have Six of Pentacles here. So with the Six of Pentacles over here, Libra, there seems to be unequal give and take in a connection or in a job. Either you're being underpaid at your job and you know it, or it's just not paying you enough. You know that you have a higher calling, then go do that. Again, that's for somebody here who who's an actual teacher, whether it's elementary or online or at a college. And you, oh my God, excuse me, you ought to be doing this. What is the meaning of life? I don't think me being this type of teacher is the meaning of my life. Maybe me being a spiritual teacher is that. That's for somebody here. Some of you, you're underpaid, and as we all know, unfortunately, teachers aren't paid what they are due, I guess. So there's something with that. In a relationship, there's unequal give and take here with the Six of Pentacles. Somebody here is giving too much and not learning how to receive. Or somebody is receiving too much and not learning how to give. Take it how it resonates, all right? So there's something here with regards to a balance, especially practicality and spirituality, and also balance, managing your money wisely, because this could be doing things out of greed even. This is also conditionally loving or conditionally giving. When you learn how to unconditionally give, that's what pays off a lot of your karmic debt. Giving your time, energy, talent to others is also going to pay off your karmic debt. And if somebody's trying to give you crumbs, as they say, and I don't like saying that, but I'll say that because some of you resonate with that, you don't have to deal with that behavior. You don't. It's like with this energy here, especially if you're dealing with somebody who's always just coming in and out. They're really cool, they're passionate, they're hot, they're they're adventurous. Maybe the sex is good and you're thinking, oh, this is my person or whatever. But deep down inside, you feel hopeless. It's like this person doesn't necessarily light you up like you thought they would. And on top of that, if they're coming to you in and out of your life and they're only coming to you for sex or something that they want, then they leave. They just take what they want and they leave with the Six of Pentacles. There's unequal give and take here for whatever situation you're in. But don't get caught up in the money game, because God is ultimately your source of supply. And with the Five of Pentacles, yeah, there's a scarcity mindset here. Some of you are dealing with financial hardships. And maybe you're afraid to leave a relationship because this person is the one who brings home the bacon. You rely on this person for money. But you know what? Nobody should be relying on anybody, not your boss, not your spouse, not anybody except God for your supply, because God is only your source and supply. So some of you are like really down and out, woe is me type of energy. You're doubting things. You're wondering when things are going to look up. We do have the Six of Swords here. Things will look up, but you got to get out of the dark. You have to raise your vibration if you want to be in alignment with what's coming to you. Like attracts like. Having financial wealth and health and a successful business and harmonious family and friends, that's not in alignment with the Five of Pentacles. This is too dark to be in alignment with that. This is more like double energy where you continue to attract things that you don't want instead of visualizing what it is that you do want. So this negative mindset needs to change, and you really need to start believing the impossible, believing in yourself. There's also something about rejection, being left out in the cold. If you don't already know, Libra, rejection is protection from God. Just because something didn't get out, or you didn't get the job, or somebody didn't want you to be their girlfriend, boyfriend, it's not the end of the world. You're not a victim. You're not, some washed up person. You're a very strong, powerful individual, Libra. You have to accept people for the way they are and let them go through their own healing. Okay? This is also about moving on, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. There's a turning point here. Things will change for the better. You will get out of the woods, especially if you're dealing with financial hardship. But you have to get up. Get your head from out of between your legs. Get that key. That's where the light is, because the key is within you. It's the light. And unlock the door. That's all you got to do. And pray about it. Be optimistic about it. And thank God for the small things. And don't get caught up in scarcity mindset. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. When are my finances going to improve? Again, you're coming from a place of lack. And then you start to long for someone or something that's coming from a place of lack. Okay? The Empress. Something with motherhood. This is really about you embodying the true divine feminine. The divine feminine, the Empress in this position here with the obstacles, some of you are still exhibiting characteristics of the distorted feminine. Okay? Distorted feminine tries to take control. She doesn't allow people to help her. She doesn't know how to manifest because her vibration is too low. She can't manifest money. She can't manifest relationships. But of course, when it talks about manifestation, there's always divine timing in play, and it depends if what you're trying to manifest is actually part of God's will. So there's this energy about understanding your worth and building up your confidence here, because some of you don't have that. You're really going to have to muster up that courage and that confidence about yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. God's really going to be the ultimately be the one to help you with that, but nobody else is. Nobody else is at all, Libra. You have to step into this feminine power. Right? This is being clingy. This is being codependent. You are afraid of your abilities. You're not trusting about your abilities. You don't believe you're beautiful or handsome. You're seeking approval outside of yourself. You're not being creative. Your sacral chakra is completely blocked. That's where, your creative life force comes from. There's negligence to self-care. Some of you are not taking care of yourselves. You're not taking care of your well-being. Again, when I talked about priorities, you come first, Libra. Being dependent on people, codependent on people. Some of you feel a lot of insecurities. For what? You're a child of God. You are actually the Empress within. You have to exhibit that. You have to embody this, your feminine power. You already have it. Queen of Cups. You're not listening to your intuition. You're suppressing it. You're listening too much to your head. Hence, we saw that Queen of Swords there. You have to learn how to surrender, let go, and let God. Just go with the flow. Don't control things, because that's going to backfire on you. You are a very psychic and intuitive individual. This could very well be, you know, utilizing your psychic skills, your intuitive abilities to be a spiritual teacher, a spiritual counselor, a spiritual leader. All right? But there's programming, there's conditioning. Your religion is saying that's wrong. I'm a perfect example, guys. If you don't know, I was raised Catholic, and people, even my, I have a family member who's still kind of like wondering why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I have a feeling they're waiting for my tower to fall, but my tower is not going to fall in the way that they think it's going to fall. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so maybe some of you need to hear that. All right, I went through a whole bunch of stuff. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it still kind of gets to me, because I still get things here and there, and people still feel it's kind of a little bit weird that I'm actually doing this compared to what I was doing before. But this is what God's called me to do. So some of you you don't know your worth. You don't think you're ready. You don't think you're capable. There's a big lack of self-confidence here for sure. With Five of Pentacles and the Empress, you guys really don't believe in yourselves. Some of you, not all of you. All right? And some of you are in these jobs. They don't value you. They don't appreciate you. You're in relationships that don't do that either. Maybe all of the above. You got to really step into this, because this is you. You just have to embody it. You have to exhibit it. This is divine feminine twice. You have to embody your divine feminine power. Stop feeling so insecure. Start creating. You have a very specific talent. Some of you are very, very psychic, very intuitive. Use that for the greater good of humanity. Use your time, energy, and talent for the greater good of humanity. That's what all of us have been called here to do. It is your purpose with the Star card. It is your mission. Miracles will happen. Wishes will be granted, guys, if you have that faith to go do what God is asking you to do. Let go and let God. Go with the flow. Trust in your intuition. Some of you are fostering these emotions. These emotions are bubbling to the surface. You're feeling overly emotional. You're letting your emotions drive you, some of you, or you're dealing with somebody who's doing that. We have like water, fire, Aquarius, Taurus, Aphrodite incarnate. Like a lot is here. Capricorn, but again, they'll get caught up in the zodiac signs. But there's an emotional imbalance here. Some of you are wallowing in your sorrows. Some of you might be a little bit gullible, all right? By listening to what other people are telling you. Miscommunication, misinformation from the outside world. Talking about, I don't know, prioritizing your life, or talking about being a spiritual teacher or advisor or whatever this is. You guys know what this is. Being gullible, because some of you, you're letting your emotions drive you and you're not trusting what your heart's really telling you. But there is truths that need to be told here. You need to communicate. But if you're looking for information outside of yourself and you're saying, oh, well, it should be this way, or I can do that way, you know, there's something about being very gullible here. Do your research. Really go look up, or really go tap into your intuition to see what your guides or angels say. Some of you really have to stop being codependent on others. Codependent on social media, codependent on spouses, codependent on relationships. I think I said that. Codependent on your job. All right, for money. As I said, God is your only source and supply. All right, what's the lesson here? What lesson is Libra learning here? Yep, to intuition, guys. Look at that. Fears. Holy cow. You have to get over your fears, guys. You got to take a leap of faith. Look at this. We have the devil here. Yeah, you got to face your fears. Holy moly. Fear of the unknown. Fear of what other people are going to say. Fear that you're not going to make any money doing this. Fear of this, fear that. There's way too much fear here. And with those emotions, some of you are just drowning in your emotions. You're suppressing your intuition. It's like, nope, I need a logical reason for this. I need an answer from God on paper is what I just heard. Usually God doesn't give us an answer. There's no logic when it comes to love. There's no logic when it comes to the heart space. There's no logic when it comes to really following your path of truth, your spiritual path of truth. It's another major arcana. We have, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 5 major arcana, guys. These are some major life transitions, some major life lessons that you need to learn. All right. You are this divine feminine. You are worthy of a lot of things. You have more ability than you think you do. You gotta let go of those fears, okay? The uncertainties, the illusions. Some of you are being disillusioned here. It's causing a lot of stress, anxiety, hopelessness. I don't know if I should do this. Some of you, you're not sleeping at night. You're not sleeping at night, some of you. But this is up to you, Libra. It's your choice to change things around. You can't get caught up in the outside world and start listening to what everybody else is telling you to do. You listen to God, all right? And anybody else who's going to support you, who understands how this works, okay? You really have to release fear and anxiety. There's a lot of it. And really, really trust and listen to your intuition. Your intuition is blocked. Which is why I said your crown and your sacral chakras. Well, I did say sacral. Your crown and your third eye chakras are blocked. That's what I'm hearing. You've been having a lot of dreams, a lot of signs and synchronicities, a lot of downloads and insights into what it is you're supposed to do, but you guys are still doubting it. You could even be having nightmares, okay? We got the devil there. 9 of Swords with the moon could be nightmares, all right, about this. Pay attention to your dreams. Listen to what your dreams have to say. If you have a hard time, tell your guides, your ancestors, your angels right before you go to bed. Say some sort of prayer to help them. Ask them to help you remember your dreams. And remember, we talked about communication, not just communicating your truth with other people, but communicating to the higher realm, the 5D realm, and what is it you want. Help you to come over these fears or whatever this is. Help you to have clarity of thought. There's a lot of mental instability here. A lot of mental instability here. These fears are really wreaking havoc on your brain. There's a lot of instability here. You really have to be listening to your intuition. If you keep basing things off logic, or you get overly emotional because things have to be a certain way, and you're not listening to your intuition, you're suppressing it. The more you do that, the more further you will fall into that abyss. All right. Intuition is a big thing here. A true divine feminine does not second guess her intuition. She's always connected to God. The Rider-Waite has a crown of 12 stars, right? That's her, the universe, her ability to tap into her higher self. All right. There's a lot of majors here. So we gotta let go of these fears, the illusions, the uncertainties. Watch your headspace. Watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts. Maybe somebody's going through the dark night of the soul here. This is also understanding that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, like I talked about. There always is. Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Patience, personal growth. Some of you are making poor returns of investments. You're investing in a job that doesn't pay you well, or investing in a job that doesn't treat you well. You're investing in a relationship that is toxic, that doesn't treat you well either. All right, it's time for you, or maybe with this poor return of investment, with that Six of Pentacles there, right? You could be utilizing your money for things that are not really going to pay off your karma. And some of you are maybe into too much material things because that's the devil, right? The Empress with Venus and Aphrodite here. Venus, her shadow side, she can have a tendency, because she loves luxurious things, she can have a tendency to mismanage her money and overspend and things like that and get to like a lot of debt or something. And there's no judgment on that, right? Because that's part of the shadow side to everyone, okay? Including me. So that some of you are afraid of that. You have to embrace that because the shadow side is part of you, Libra. You cannot have light without dark. So some of you are making poor investments with regards to material things. If you want to become a spiritual teacher and you want to practice with someone, or you want to be under their wing, then this is your opportunity to invest in that. Invest in your personal growth. Don't worry about the money aspect of this, because again, God is your source and supply. And when God is seeing that you are actually following his divine guidance, and especially following your life's purpose as a spiritual teacher, leader, or whatever that is, your finances are going to be fine. God's going to continue to give you what you need. All right. So there's little hesitation, this fear about like spending money on their personal growth. Personal growth is of the utmost importance right now. And especially if you have a higher calling, they're asking you really to get on it and start working towards this, to take whatever classes needed, whatever seminars, whatever sessions, whatever webinars needed to get you there, right? And again, there's something about, even if you ask for coaching with someone, that is a beautiful investment to make. When God sees you're investing in yourself, a lot of things start to shift, okay? But you have to understand that nature is at play here. Everything happens in divine timing. Let nature take its course. With regards to healing and all that stuff, overcoming this stuff, it takes a long time. Okay? It takes a long time. This is also about perseverance and continuing to keep going. What was it they were saying? So the other thing with this is, I think everybody here understands when you plant a seed, there's stuff going on in the soil. There are magical things happening underneath the soil, which is exactly what's happening to some of you right now. And then the little sprout grows. But we all know that the trees are not going to run overnight. What did I say? What did I just say? The trees are not going to run overnight? I don't know where that came from. That a tree doesn't grow overnight. Okay? It takes a long time for things to flourish. It's like the farmers. They reap the harvest months later. And when it comes to personal growth and healing and really learning new skills, especially if your role is to become this spiritual leader or teacher, oh, there are the helicopters there. It's going to take a while. Especially if you're fearful of leaving a profession, that the world that you've ever known, or leaving a marriage that, you know, been in for a long time, or, you know, you've been in, you know, stuck in this, not stuck in the religion, but you've been programmed with this religion to think, do, say things, and you're fearful of taking a leap of faith and jumping. That's going to take some time to overcome, okay? But you take all the time that you need. You take all that time that you need. But investing in your personal growth is very important. Again, with that Two of Pentacles, Spirit is really asking you to be cognizant of that, because that's going to be very important for you to start doing. And again, I can't tell you what to do, right? It's not my place. But if you're here, again, you've been getting guidance. This is your guidance. Let's see what other guidance Spirit has for you. What's interesting is that Gemini got the spiritual teacher in their reading, the spiritual teacher card. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians. Please reveal to me for my highest good and for Libra's highest good. What guidance do you have for them? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Wow. Did you see that flip over there? Get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. I did talk about grounding yourself and meditating, talking to God, being out in nature. This is going to help you deal with the fear issues, guys, of whatever this is. There really is no reason to be so fearful of whatever this is for you. God is always there. It's so easy to give power to the devil than to give it to God. That's the crazy thing that I realized with my own, healing and ascension process. It's not easy, guys. We're so used to being complacent and just giving into fear. Oh, what if this doesn't go wrong? What if this happens? I leave this job, I leave this marriage, I'm done for. No, you're not. Get some exercise. The fairies know the importance of physical activity. They play, dance, and run around daily to keep themselves in good physical shape. Moreover, they know that exercise is the secret to lasting energy, health, and happiness. It's a wonderful stress reducer that can improve every area of your life, including your career, finances, and relationships. You drew this card because your body is crying out for cardiovascular or muscular stimulation. If you ask the fairies, they'll help you find the time and motivation to exercise in fun ways. Additional meanings are: do something physical today, take a cue from the fairies and take dance lessons, exercise outdoors in nature to benefit from the fresh air and sunshine, as well as increasing your connection to the fairies and your connection to God. Do yoga, tai chi, or other Eastern exercise techniques. Exercise with your children or other loved ones. Join a sports team to meet new friends. Say positive affirmations to and about your body. This is like the divine feminine for me. Look how carefree she is. She's not worried about anything. Does she look like she's fearful? No. You guys are doing too much to cause a lot of stress. And it's just like, you're really inundated with these things that you're dealing with. Like if fear, stress, anxiety, guys, there's a lot of that. You got to release that by getting some exercise. I said going out in nature, doing something. Say positive affirmations for your body. You're going to feel so much more carefree, like this woman here in this card. All right. But again, it's your responsibility. You are ultimately responsible for your happiness, your wellness, your well-being, all of that stuff. The bottom of the deck, I love this. It is, you've got the power. I said you're more powerful than you think you are. I said embodying divine feminine power right there. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. You drew this card as a reminder that you're more powerful than you realize. Perhaps you've been feeling victimized lately. Well, the fairies want you to know that regardless of your age, size, or education, you've got incredible personal power. Even though the fairies are tiny beings, they channel the force of God and the universe, and you can also use it to resolve an issue. Heal yourself or another, or manifest your material needs. All you have to do is believe. Additional meanings are: let go of blame and focus upon solutions. Conduct energy healing work, especially through your hands. Engage in strength training exercises such as weightlifting. Follow your inner guidance to resolve a situation. Become an activist for an issue that's near and dear to your heart. Speak your truth to yourself and others. What? I said a lot of that stuff. Okay? I'm also getting use your abilities. There's something about a job you don't like, underpaid, toxic, whatever, a relationship, both. You want to do something that is your higher purpose. You want to follow your purpose, but you're worried about whether you're going to be successful. Things are going to not go right. Again, fears, worries, uncertainties. You can't sleep at night. You're stressed out. But you know, you have to trust your intuition. You have more power than you think you do. As I said, you're either going to give power away to the devil or to God. Which one is it? And the devil does not have a hold over you. Even if you're dealing with financial hardships or something, we did see the Five of Pentacles back here. The devil is not your source of supply. The 3D world is not your source of supply. God is. And there's something here about utilizing your psychic gifts to teach others. You have very strong abilities here, Libra. You can do it. Again, stop letting this guy control your life. This guy is really causing a lot of havoc in your life, in a sense. Yeah. I mean, he's just looking at me like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yes, you are. You're not going to control Libra's life. But yeah, Libra, there is a very strong energy with this devil. This guy is controlling your life. You have the ability to resolve the situation. You have to stop giving your power away to this guy. Okay? Perfect time is underneath it. This is the right time for you to move forward. If you've been doubting, guys, this is the right time to do this. Whatever this is, do not hesitate. Holiday. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday event. So yeah, some of you really need some time off. Okay? You really need some time off. What am I doing next? Oh. Let's see what other guidance Spirit has for you. What other guidance do you have for Libra? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. These cards are so slippery. Keep going. The world at times is big and loud, but we'll make sure you're safe and sound. See, you are supported. You are supported. It's the perfect time to do this. Again, stop giving your power away to this guy. There's no need for that. Play. Step outside and feel the sun. Breathe the air. Play. Have some fun. See, guys, go on vacation. Have some fun. Take a hike. Go boating. Go fishing. Do something. Go go-karting. Play mini golf. I'm excited because I'm playing mini golf on Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But anyway, you get the point. Do something. Stop getting so consumed by this dude here. He's really trying to keep you from your life's purpose or whatever this is. All right? This guy definitely does not have control over you at all. At all. Stop giving your power away. Let's see what's going on with love and relationships for you. What guidance do you have? Or what's going on with love and relationships for Libra? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. If you are in this fear and you're giving your power to this guy, your love life is not going to change because you're too low vibrational to be in alignment with true love, okay? But you have to change your mindset. Like I was saying, have a positive mindset, an abundant mindset. This is going to change everything. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So, there's this thing where you probably, if this was a divorce or something happened where relationships didn't go out well for you and you're afraid to open your heart, or maybe your person's afraid to open their heart, there's still some healing that needs to be done, because if you have reservations about doing this, that's where the fear is kicking in. Okay? If you want true love in your life, if you want that love in your life, you have to be that love. And that includes opening your heart. Some of you, there's something about clearing your heart chakra. All right. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. There are a lot of red flags in this reading. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want to see. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. See with the lack of indecision here? You really got to get yourself grounded and get out of this crazy mental state, Libra, so that you have more clarity of thought. You decide, what do I really want in relationships? What do I really want in life? Do I want to be controlled? Do I want to be taken advantage of? Do I want to be full of fear? I don't think so. And Spirit's saying this is the time to do it. Think about what you really want in relationships. And it's not just love, guys. It's in all of your relationships. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be with? What type of people do you want to associate with? That is actually in your control. All right? We have released your ex at the bottom of the deck. The time has come to clear your energy. Absolutely. There's a lot of low vibrational energy here. Libra, it's time to clear it. Then a lot of that is going to help when you get some exercise, when you play, you tap into your inner child. You free yourself from this bondage. You do things that make you feel like this. And yeah, with this ex, something about divorce. Maybe you're already divorced. And some of you still have that divorce lingering in your heart space. If it's not a divorce, if it's not an ex-spouse, this is like an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, something like that. Or you are in a toxic relationship and you need to let that person go. Just let that go. Maybe because there's unrequited love here, it's underneath this. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Did I pick up on that? Was that the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands? Yeah. Okay, some of you are very fearful to leave a connection. Either you're thinking somebody is right for you when they really aren't right now, or like you're very fearful of walking away from your counterpart or a connection because you're thinking that you'll lose them forever or something like that. Yeah. Some of you are dealing with a connection where you're being called to fulfill your life's purpose, but love is still getting in the way, and somebody's being very not pleasant, coming in and out of your life with the whole charming you and just using you for sex or something. I have to say it. You know, there's like, you need to be healing here. You need to be following your life's purpose, and you're not following your purpose. If you are a divine counterpart, a light counterpart, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, you need to be following your dharma. It's not about union with your person. It's about union with yourself and following your life's mission. We are here for a purpose, and your purpose is not to be in union with your person. All right? You are operating from the distorted feminine. You need to be a true divine feminine if you want harmonious union to occur. You have to be in the light, and you have to be living your life's purpose, and stop being codependent and all that stuff. You keep being rejected. There's unequal give and take here, and you know it. Your intuition keeps telling you to leave, and the devil's like, no, you got to stay. You have to stay in this because, you know, you love this person, and this person will hate you if you leave, and this person will not come back if you leave. Do not give your power to this guy again. The red flags are cautioning you, Libra. Negative thinking about your relationship, your love life, is not going to help you at all. Okay? So what I'm hearing with this very soon card, and again, you have free will. This is your guidance, but I'm hearing very strongly, very soon you really need to do something about the situation and walk away. Release this person because they're giving you unrequited love, all right? Before the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. That is a very, very intense lunar eclipse. That's on May 16th. That's going to cause some serious endings there. Okay? Amongst other things. And Scorpio is about deep and dark. It's about facing your fears and the shadows. Your shadow work. Some of you need to be doing your shadow work. Okay? To get to the light. That is why you are in this connection. This person is going to help you get to the light. Remember that Five of Pentacles? Get out of the dark. Moving away from the darkness into the light. Learning how to transmute the dark into the light. You can't have one without the other. It's the yin-yang stuff, right? That's like a twin flame thing. Be very careful. Because that lunar eclipse could really throw you in for a loop. But it's your choice, okay? I'm hearing you have been warned. You've got red flags all over the place, Libra. Be very careful. This is not a high vibrational situation. You're supposed to be one with God. You're supposed to be high vibrational. What's going on here isn't so much. There are a lot of obstacles. You got the most cards with the obstacles here. All right. You really got to be listening to your intuition. Stop suppressing it. Stop giving into these fears. There could be fear of abandonment and stuff like that too. Could very well be dealing with your childhood or something. All right. Maybe something with a mother. Because moon, Cancer, this is mother energy. Maybe somebody was abandoned by a mother. Or had a controlling father, something like that. There's a mother here too. Somebody here needs to do some mother healing. There's somebody here who was abandoned by a mom. Okay? Oh, I put those cards away. Hilarious. All right, Libra. Not that it really matters, but if you want to see them, I was already putting them away, getting ready for the next reading. Okay. All right, Libra. There's your reading. I hope this helped you. If you would like a personal reading or a live coaching session or a live tarot session, go to capellawellness.com. I do have links for those things in the description box below. If you have any questions about anything, give me a ring. Well, give me a holler. Send me an email. My email's in the description box. If you go to capellawellness.com, you can find a way to contact me there. I am offering 15% off all of my services until May 8th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in honor of Mother's Day, okay? Again, you need to ask me anything, let me know. The coupon code for the 15% off is LOVEMOM. Use that at checkout. That stuff is in the description box as well if you don't remember what the coupon code was. All right? Okay, Libra, that concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out. Thank you.